we saw that the wide beam had rescued a GRP boat from the middle of the River Thames that was adrift. Their engine had broken.
And he's managed to get it round the side of the Linson without touching it at all. And as soon as we hit the quay, he had to put it in reverse to stop us hitting the GRP boat, which is there. And
that was scary. We're Michael and Jackie, and we're exploring the UK's waterways on our narrowboat Border Reiver. So jump on board, subscribe, and we'll enjoy the British waterways together. So we heard a cry for help from outside our boat, and when we went out to look, we saw that the wide beam had rescued a GRP boat from the middle of the River Thames that was adrift. Their engine had broken, and he tied the GRP boat to the side of the wide beam and managed in the high winds to pull the boat alongside. We went outside, took the ropes and helped the crew on the GRP boat to pull it into the side. They were completely stranded and drifting in the middle of the Thames, so the wide beam did a great job in bringing alongside, and we just helped make sure they secured the boat.
first call in Marlow, I think, is for some gelato. Look what I've spotted. Do not tell Michael. Look at that. Try not to get run over going in. Oh yes. Look at this. This is a real treat. The flavours up there. That is amazing. That is not just an ice cream. That is a work of art. Did it take you a long time to train to do that?
Yeah, it takes a lot of practice.
Gosh, I almost don't want to eat it.
You enjoy.
Wow, thank you.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was actually.
That is more than an ice cream. That is a complete and utter work of art. This has got to be the most amazing ice cream I've ever had. Look at that. It's just incredible. It's a real experience. I've gone to dulce de leche, blackcurrant and pistachio. Just incredible. I've learned a few things about Marlow, home of the Paralympics. Got a very famous suspension bridge. There's only one of two in the world. This is the Marlow suspension bridge, opened in 1832. The only one of two surviving suspension bridges by William Turney Clark. The other one being the Szeznan chain bridge linking Buda and Pest across the River Danube. Oh, I didn't know that. And the town's very, very pretty, which I suspected it might be. And we found a really, really nice mooring. This is our mooring. Perfect little spot. Spotted the captain. What's he up to? So I'm just strolling back to the boat, and the sun's shining. It's a lovely evening, so I think it could be a cold drink on the aft deck later. I'm going for a run in Marlow. I've not been for a run for ages. I'm following the Thames towpath. This is the Thames path. I think I'm going to get lost. I keep having to stop because there's lots of plaques that I keep seeing. Why have I stopped doing this regularly? And secondly, I forgot to bring a little plastic bag out with me to collect some blackberries, and there are loads of them. So I need to put little plastic bags in every little pocket I've got, I think. Last couple of 100 metres and I'm back. It's been really hard work. Thames Path is lovely. That was really hard work. Really hard work. We've just moved our mooring in Marlow from slightly further down the towpath to next to the park, and we've managed to fit into a space that's probably about only a foot bigger than we are. And
that was scary. There's a Linson, which is probably worth about £300,000, about $450,000 behind us, brand new, and a boat in front of us as well, and the gap was about this big either side, and the wind is blowing from the starboard side. So as I came in, the wind got hold of the boat and I'd misjudged the size of the gap. The gap was fine, I knew it was alright, but with the wind, I was going against the wind as well to try and bring it in, but my goodness, that was scary.
And the Linson's quite a wide boat, isn't it?
It is a wide boat, yeah. Just managed to get the bow in, and then the bow took hold of the key and brought the back in, but my goodness, that's too close for comfort. I felt a big insurance claim going on, but all's well that ends well, as they say.
Yeah, so we've come from that direction down there, and he's managed to get it round the side of the Linson without touching it at all. And as soon as we hit the quay, he had to put it in reverse to stop us hitting the GRP boat, which is there. So it's tight, but we made it. Had you watched somebody else do it, you'd go in, no way. And then when he got in, you'd be like, that is a spectacular mooring manoeuvre. So all credit to the captain.
I said, tell me your story.
Just leaving Marlow. Really nice place. Great place. Been here for 2 days, so just on our way down to Cookham now, which apparently is supposed to be really nice. Had some family come and visit us last night, and they said make sure you stop at Cookham, so that's where we're going.
What a beautiful church. A tall spire.
Looking for my mother's eyes as I'm staying close to the mirror. A lock of gold, a secret smile, little things I remember. Place a hand upon my heart as her, she was a believer. Sometimes I can feel her arms.
I've got my wind protection hat on today. It's very windy. Right, first lock action. Off we go. That was slightly awkward, wasn't it? Where was the lock? Which side of the lock landing?
Goodbye, Marlow.
Just before we leave Marlow, guess what I've spotted? An impressive tree. That goes in the collection.
The EA police come to check on our licence, no doubt. Good job we've got one. So a bit of small talk first, and then they'll be into the can we see your licence, please? No doubt. There they are, look. And there's Jack doing a bit of marketing. Good girl.
I think that's a bird of prey sat on top of that danger sign. Oh no, it's not, it's cormorant. No, false alarm. So just come through the lock at Marlow and got chatting with a guy from the EA.
The police!
The police! Fortunately, we've got a licence, so he couldn't say anything. So he was really interested in the camera that we used to film. He was asking where we'd been and stuff. So I told him we'd been to Bristol. He was really interested. Yeah, it was fascinating.
It was all right.
Yeah.
And he got a free cup of tea.
Oh yeah,
So you're having a free cup of tea, you're having a good day. So he says, yeah, it's not a bad job, is it?
So
they are there at the locks to check on the Thames licence, because we pay a yearly fee to use our boat all year on the rivers and canals, but some rivers are not included, and the Thames is one of those. That's owned by a separate authority, the Environment Agency, and you have to pay a licence to them separately. It's a bit windy. So it's £211 for a month's licence for us, and it's based on the length and the width of the boat, so the overall square meterage. Jack's telling me.
I'm just telling him to steer that way. We're just going under a very noisy road bridge.
So we pay that on top of the licence, so it can become quite costly. But if you get stopped by the EA in a lock and you don't have your licence, then I think it's supposed to be about £1,000 fine. It's probably
is
even
it?
more,
Oh, I
yeah.
didn't know that. Right,
So-
okay, right. Anyway, we are legal. We're fine. We're just coming to a bit of a left-hand turn in the river, and I was just saying to Michael, you need to go left. There's a boat just coming towards us, having come round that corner. He looked at me as if I was daft, but I said to him, well, I said, the river does go like that at this point. Sometimes the crew just can't provide the right information for the captain, can they? Well, you can never be too certain.
We did have a bit of insubordination in the lock though from the... I said to Jack, take 2 turns on the bollard.
Yeah, well, with those bollards, it's easier just to take one and just to
There's only supposed to be one captain though.
No, but I'm at the point of action. So...
Yeah, but if the ship goes down, it's my fault.
This is true.
So if I said take 2 turns and it tips the boat over and we sink, then it's my fault.
Well, no, because I'd feel guilty as well that I didn't think, oh, that
No,
probably
you
wasn't...
feel wet.
Yeah, well, so would you. Close. It was at 5 rowers, and the second one was literally about to go straight across our bow. That's a pretty one, very pretty. We're being hunted down there. It's not James Cracknell today. Come on, faster, faster. No, it's coming very quickly. Wow. Gosh, that's spectacular. Heavens above. What a stunning, what a stunning,
Nice pile and quite a nice boat.
what a stunning house. Cows are in the river. I don't know how he's got there. Oh yeah, there's a little path. Would you say cows that munch ropes? Remember that? It's their cows that munch ropes. Be aware. Going for a walk into Bourne End. Are we in Bourne End? We're in Bourne End, aren't we?
Yeah, after having a bit of a stressful mooring situation. Yeah, we were going with the wind behind us, and because the Thames is a bit of a wind tunnel, we decided to moor into the wind. So as soon as we turned across the wind to come back onto the mooring, the wind got the side of the boat.
Yeah.
So we moored, or we found a mooring. We eventually found one. When we turned against the wind, the wind got the side of the boat. Let's use a bit of bow thrust to get us round, yeah, which is not a great thing. And then the bow thrust wouldn't hold the boat from the wind, but we got round in the end. Didn't
We made it.
Yeah, it says it's chargeable, but
Somebody might come knocking on the boat later. We'll see.
asking for money. The usual story on the Thames. You can moor into a field and then suddenly somebody comes round in a 4-wheel drive or something and holds the hand out and says, "Oh, you've got to pay," which is a reasonably new concept if you're used to canals where when you moor in a canal,
Nobody asks you for anything. We've got to make certain we've got some cash on board.
the man in the 4-wheel drive usually wants cash.
He does. Michael's found a chandler's. It's going in near some Marine 16, I think. For May. Look what I've spotted.
Well, that was Bourne End.
It was. Yeah, Bourne End. Costa coffee.
That was about it.
Yeah.
That was the sum total of our time in Bourne End. Maybe we've missed out in Bourne End. Yeah, cooking will be nicer, so
Yeah.
we'll have a call in there tomorrow maybe.
Yeah.
So back to the boat and
Dinner. Am I cooking?
You're cooking.
I'm cooking.
Woo, real
Yay.
treat.
Woo! I often get into the kitchen.
What is it?
It's a surprise.
I've had surprises for my dinner before.
Oh,
Doesn't usually turn out
I'm not
well.
that bad a cook.
No, you're a really good cook, so
Yeah.
we'll see what
It's
happens.
a nice
tonight.
surprise.
It's a nice surprise. Good.
Yeah.
I like
yeah.
nice surprises.
And then we're having a relaxing evening. Yeah, nice little relaxing evening, I think.
Yeah, good. Got a glass of wine maybe.
Oh, cheeky. Squirrel! Running along the fence, look!
He's got something in his mouth.
Oh, he has. Is it an acorn? So it's all happening. We've got back to the boat. I'm preparing Michael's favourite dinner, which involves one of our newly grown chilies. Look at that. I'm only putting one in because I'm not quite certain of the strength of it. So it's like a roasted vegetable dish. We've got peppers, obviously the dreaded beetroot, which I'm not going to touch, onions, garlic, and carrots, and I'm just going to parboil some potatoes, and then I'll put my darling little chilli in, and then they'll be roasted for about an hour and a quarter, and then I'll put some hot chopped tomatoes in with some tomato puree, which makes it go all gooey and lovely and rich, and then I think we're just going to do some chicken with it, maybe some roast chicken. He's varnishing our plank, which desperately needs a couple of coats of varnish on it. So he's got into his workman's tools, he's got his lovely pink marigolds on, and he's varnishing away. It's not going to rain, despite the sky looking a bit black. I'll show you our mooring in a minute. Not a bad mooring, just got that going past. That is a beautiful Dutch barge. Not a bad view out of the duck hatch while I'm doing dinner. Downstream, a couple more boats moored with us as well. Upstream.
Looking for my mother's eyes as I'm staying close to the mirror. A lock of gold, a secret smile, little things I remember. Place a hand upon my heart as her, she was a believer. Sometimes